Hey guys, this is Vic from Grasping the Market and welcome to our market briefing. On Friday, we had no further change recorded on the larger time frame. Friday, the session developed within the established week's range and above the key 29.6925. On the daily, we saw a pullback into the early week 2-day balance range, but it didn't get any follow through towards the bottom of that range. And we will have more detail about this on the market profile look, but this rejection from the 2-day balance range basically keeps the upward trend in play. Now, when we go to the market profile, you can see that the stretch and weak profile left on the Wednesday short session was quickly rejected after the open, immediately probing down and closing the gap left on Wednesday. However, there was, as I said earlier, there was no follow through inside and there was responsive buying. And the interesting thing, well, not interesting, but the important thing to notice is that responsive buying came exactly from the base of the spike that we had late Tuesday. There are two important observations on Friday's session. Number one, the buying is being driven by weak/short-term money. And the reason I say this is look at the amount of weak lows. You have the D low exactly at C halfback, the F low exactly at E halfback, the G low exactly at the open price, then the J low exactly one tick above the I low, and then the KL lows one tick above halfback from Wednesday. That is not a coincidence. That's the short-term traders buying these references up. And that technically leaves a weak structure. The second observation is that we had an inability to reclaim the 3,000 area despite having a clear chance towards the end of the session. Nonetheless, we left a poor high for the session, suggesting that the job is not done. And also the fact that the all-time high so far has been made on an overnight session, that increases a little bit the odds for a further upside, but we are starting to see some signs of struggling. The current information then therefore suggests that there's a good chance that we are approaching a balance state up here around the 3,000 or even below. As I just said, yes, you can go in the immediate term a little bit further up, but the chances are that you will be seeing some balancing, some intermediate term balancing on this 3,000, around this 3,000 area. So the immediate focus for the week is on value development, with focus on the extreme of this current range that we see here. We know that the upside is not that strong because the overnight made the all-time high made on an overnight session, and the proximity to the 3,000 on the lower side is a little bit better. Now, if we get acceptance below the afternoon pullback, which is at, I'll give you the exact value, which is at 29.8825, that will denote change, and it will immediately suggest further balancing. If we get acceptance within the M range, which is all this area over here or even above, that will increase the chance that we will test that high on the 3,000 area and all this region with potential further upside. As we always say, anything can happen because odds are just odds. It's early in the week, so stay calm, be patient, and trade well.